It appearing to the court that Andrew Maples Jr. was born in Orange County, Virginia on December 3rd, 1920, and his formative years were spent living with his family on Church Street near the intersection with South Madison Road. And it further appearing that his parents, understanding the value of a good education and believing that it would be difficult to obtain that for their son under the circumstances then existing, sent him to live with relatives in Washington, D.C., where he graduated from Armstrong High School in 1939. And it further appearing that upon graduation, Maples earned admission to the prestigious Hampton Institute, which he attended from 1939 to 1941, and where he learned to fly in the school's civilian pilots training program. And it further appearing that with the coming of war, Maples resolved to contribute his flying skills to the war effort, and he transferred to Tuskegee Institute, where he enrolled in the Army Advanced Flying School, earning his wings and his commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army Air Corps, and graduating on January 14, 1943. And it further appearing that he deployed with the 301st Fighter Squadron, 332nd Fighter Group in Europe. And it further appearing that following his promotion to first lieutenant, Maples was assigned to command P-47 Thunderbolt fighter aircraft and flew many combat missions with distinction. And it further appearing that on June 26, 1944, while leading other Thunderbolts escorting a bombing mission deep into Hungary from their base at Ramitelli Airfield, Italy, his fighter developed mechanical problems over the Adriatic Sea. And it further appearing that after radioing his intention to bail out at a safe altitude, his comrades never spotted a parachute, and following an extensive search, neither Maples nor his plane were ever found. And it further appearing that Maples was first listed as missing in action, during which time he was promoted to captain and awarded the Air Medal. 1 year later, he was declared dead and posthumously awarded the Purple Heart. And it further appearing that among other awards and commendations, Maples earned the World War II Victory Medal, the Army Presidential Unit Citation, the American Campaign Medal, the Army Good Conduct Medal, the United States Aviator Badge, Army, and the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal. And it further appearing that in recognizing the sacrifice of Captain Maples as a member of the famed Tuskegee Airmen, President Harry S. Truman stated, quote, "In grateful memory of Captain Andrew Maples Jr., who died in the service of country in the Mediterranean area, 26 June 1944. He stands in the unbroken line of patriots who dared to die that freedom might live and grow and increase its blessings. Freedom lives, and through it he lives, in a way that humbles the undertakings of most men." And it further appearing that these facts reflect great honor upon Captain Andrew Maples Jr., his family, his county, and this nation, wherefore and in recognition whereof, it is hereby ordered, adjudged, and decreed that this court has caused a portrait of Captain Andrew Maples Jr. to be prominently displayed in its historic courtroom among other distinguished citizens of Orange County, reflecting the diversity of our community and demonstrating that we, the people, are strengthened by that diversity, and of which, by celebrating, we can be justly proud.
I just want to thank you, Judge Branson, for today, for this recognition of a wonderful, patriotic human being, Captain Andrew Maples. And what I've come to learn about Captain Maples is that he came from a long line in his family that served in the military to defend the values, the freedoms that we enjoy as a country. His father, Andrew Maples Sr., served in World War I. His brother, Harold was also a Tuskegee Airman in World War II, along with his brother Adolphus, and then 3 other brothers who served in the 1950s. It's a family that reveres patriotism, honor, and country, and a family that recognizes that his service would not have been possible had it not been first for the Buffalo Soldiers who were on the western frontier in the 1800s and the Harlem Hellfighters of World War I. And as a former Army aviator myself, I know that my service would not have been possible, certainly not in the cockpit, had it not been for Captain Andrew Maples and the hundreds, if not thousands, of Tuskegee aviators and navigators who proved that regardless of race, geography, ethnicity, background, that all of us can and should have an opportunity to serve our country, a country that we love and that will give our lives as necessary.
My family is truly honored today that Orange has stepped up. I want to thank the Historical Society. I want to thank the judge. I have worked in law enforcement, so I know what type of job you have. All I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. People keep asking me, what do you remember about your brother? I said, not very much, because there was a 20-year difference in our age. All I can remember is he was tall, kind, small. So my other brothers, who were all gone to glory, I would ask about him, and they all said the same thing. He was the big brother you wanted to have. So I thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm glad in it because if it wasn't for people like Captain Maples, that I would have obtained the rank that I have now. I always admire when people have been classified as the first to make an accomplishment. And those young men who learn how to operate those flying machines. It is really amazing because history has revealed that if you were people of color, to get into an airplane and fly it wasn't about to happen. You could do the maintenance, you could provide the food, you could support those who flew those aircraft. But when our fellows got into the aircraft, and you know, it's really amazing, and I'm going to be careful because I'm not going to talk long. I'm going to give myself 5 minutes. But to say that a lot of those Tuskegee Airmen, they painted the tail tips of their airplanes red. Yes. And you know, we still got brothers flying around here now painting things different colors just so they can distinguish themselves. And one of the things that you will find out in history between the Tuskegee Airmen, the Buffalo Soldiers, regardless of what they accomplished, in most cases it was still not appreciated. Their color would not allow them to lead companies. And if you were a captain, you surely you could lead a company, be a company commander. But it said there was a lot of problems with people accepting people of color, regardless of what they accomplished. And those pilots, they accomplished a lot. I wouldn't attempt to go behind the judge because the judge put it out like it was. Right. And one thing about it, we have learned in our association with judges, when the gavel go down, that's it. So our brother is in the courthouse here in Orange. And we thank God that it would become a beginning for more recognition of people who have served their country, enjoyed serving their country, even in adverse circumstances, but they learned from where we come from, which is don't let nothing separate you from the love of God. And God was looking out for those men. And to the family of Captain, I want you to know that as I stand in your presence today, I am the first enlisted man to bury a 4-star general, General John Vesey, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, in a national cemetery in Minnesota in probably 2017. Why did I mention that? It's because those pilots, they was the first to do a lot of things under adverse circumstances, but for soldiers like me, they taught us you can make it. Regardless of what someone may say to you, what someone may do to you, whoever try to hold you down, if you, Lord have mercy, if you look to the hill from which cometh your help is going to come from the Lord. And anytime you got God on your side, it doesn't matter whether you're flying, it doesn't matter whether you're walking, God will take care of it. God bless you, honey. We love all of you guys. Oh, let me put my finger.